FLOSSTUBE, it's Leigh from Creative Leigh on Sunday, 13th October, 2024, with FLOSSTUBE number 240. I've written no notes, so that's all out of my head, which is a scary place to be. Welcome back to my weekly YouTube channel about counted cross stitch. It's a bit of a dreary day here, a bit overcast. I think it rained a little bit this morning, so just enjoying keeping warmish. It's cooler day, I guess, compared to yesterday, which was really, really warm. It felt like summer yesterday. I had brunch with a friend and I got a little bit of sun, so my freckles are darker. I forgotten how to do this. Worked some of yesterday. We had the first of our 5 production migrations and it went pretty well. I didn't have to do too much. 10 o'clock we had our check-in, everything had gone well overnight and the checks overnight, and then we had our business sign-off testing between sort of 1 and 2:30, I think. So I managed to catch up with a friend in town who was in town for brunch between those 2 meetings, and then had to check on a couple of things later that evening, like 6 o'clock, I think, maybe 5 or 6, but that was pretty good. So that went really well. Hopefully everything's good tomorrow. I'm a floor walker tomorrow, meaning I'm in the office walking around, seeing if people are okay. Yay. I have maybe a job lined up, working basically when I finish at where I work, potentially just going over and working with one of the vendors that I partner with on my project anyway. We work pretty closely, and they've pretty much offered me, sort of said, do I want to come work for them? So I had a wee chat yesterday about what the expectations are and how much I get paid and all that sort of malarkey. So hopefully that comes to fruition. It's sort of carried on doing project management, but not necessarily being just a project manager, maybe doing a few other things, helping them. They're a smaller company that have been building, helping them with building their services, getting them published on the government catalogue marketplace, and responding to RFPs, and just getting stuck in and doing whatever needs to be done, which is kind of what I like doing. So I'm quite excited about, I'm very excited that I might have something lined up. And given I've been working really closely with this, this small but really great team, we know each other quite well. And I think it's a small company owned by 2 guys. The person that I'm dealing with, he's in town for part of this week, so we will catch up, and I'll keep you in the loop. I'm quietly excited, and pretty like it. I think it'll happen. So it'll be certainly a great stress relief to not have to worry about it, a job. Anyway, meanwhile, I've got 4 more production releases over the next 5 weeks to get through, and a whole bunch of stuff, gearing up towards my last day, which at this stage is the 20th of December. What else has been going on? I've been working quite a lot, so not much else to report other than, did I do anything else this week? No, just work. A couple of long days in the office, 4 days. I'll be in the office 4 days, maybe even 5 this week. We'll see. It's just a very busy time, and we're right at that pointy end, as we call it, of getting the project over the line. And there's some other deliverables that we're still working on that are a little bit at risk. Well, they'll happen, but just timing wise, so we're still working on that. Now, what does that mean for my stitching? I didn't stitch on lots of things this week. I picked something up and I really tried hard to get a finish, which included me working a couple of evenings a little bit late. The problem with that is I then had to pull a lot of that out. So if maybe I'd not been so gung-ho, I might have finished it or just accepted that it wasn't going to be finished. But anyway, it's going to get finished maybe today. Tonight, what's the time? 2 o'clock. In theory, I could finish this today. We shall see. What is it? Should I show you? This is the only thing I stitched on. I have a couple of shiny things to show you, stitching related, and I usually do haul first, but anyway, we'll show you the stitching. So I picked up the Common Thread 2. I think I mentioned this last week, by Jeanette Douglas, just the cardboard from the chart. This chart was kindly passed to me from the lovely Susie down in Christchurch, and I kitted it up with all my own silks. I think the only called for is the Soie Perlée from Zweigart. From Overa Soie d'Alger, not. The only called for is Overa Soie Perlée in cream, which is in the satin stitches in here, and same down in here. And I think one of the baby beads, petite beads, is actually called for by accident because I had it. There's 3 little beads all the way through it. So yeah, all my own floss, and so it looks brighter than, mine looks a little more spring-like, this looks a little bit more autumnal. Yeah, the Common Thread 2, Jeanette Douglas, I'm stitching mine on 32 count cream linen from Zweigart using my own stuff. So last time you saw it, I had pretty much the bottom half done. So I'm looking at it now. Yep, I had here, that done, these 2 done, that done, the willow tree, and that. So what was missing was basically everything up. So I picked it up, started back over here, working my way this way, then I came up here, worked my way this way, and I've been focusing in here. So all I need to do is this cream bit of white work here, and I also had added that. This is Hungarian stitch, drove me nuts. Added my initials. So it's just this white work and this little black work, bit of bunch of grapes down here. So yeah, I've got most of that done. The white work has been in a hoop. I haven't ironed it. I'm not getting the iron out for one thing. That's where we're at. So here's all the new stuff there. All of that there is pretty much new. Looks great. Got my initials in up there. It's over 1. Put the date in down here, over 1. I am finishing it this year. I'm finishing it this week, I think. And these flowers are Hungarians. No, are they Hungarian? Which is Hungarian? Oh, bloody hell. Can't remember. They are padded satin stitch. So you stitch one way then the other. Okay, anyway, I've been fussing around here. So I've got the top part done of the, there's a row of eyelets. You do half the eyelet one way, then come back into the other half. That drove me nuts. I think I miscounted somewhere and I had to pull stuff out. You then put the satin stitch in. So I started at one end, and when I ran out, I started at the other end, and they didn't meet up. And I unpicked and I unpicked and I unpicked all the satin stitch in here. Turns out I cocked this up. Somewhere in here, I'm half a stitch off. So when I counted off this leaf to go this way, and I counted off this leg to go this way, they didn't meet in the middle, because this is 1/2 stitch too high. So pulled it all out and then stitched again this way. So I know I know that all of this is correct. There's something wrong in here. I'm not fixing it. Probably this is 1/2 stitch too high. I'm not fixing it, but that's right. So, and then there's these are little fan. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, it'd be nicer if it was ironed, so it was flat. So I've done all that top bit. What a pain in the ass that was. This flower here I'd pulled out several times. So swearing and cursing. I'm now working on this little bit here. This is called, so I've done, it says to stitch it down and then in rows going back and forward. Ugh, I hated it. So I started here, and I'm just doing the whole row back and forward. I'm stitching them like sort of budge yellow stitch. And I think that's Hungarian stitch, which is budge yellow stitch by another name. I don't really care. I'm going to get it finished. I've done the worst part of the white work underneath. The worst part is done. And once I've got this sort of pattern in here, this bit, that's the second worst part, or that's the second worst part, that's the third worst part, then the stuff will be easy. So I should get that finished today. And then put the charms on. So there's little charms. I've got little silver charms. I don't have the gold, or these look like they might have been bronzy coloured ones. Mine will be silver because that's what I've got. And yeah, this should be finished for you next week. But I'm liking it. I'm just, when you find a counting error, one does not want to pull out all of that again. Given I'd already stitched half of that flower, that pattern satin stitch twice. And I stitched those bloody satin stitches at least twice, given that I had to pull them out. All because I miscounted. 1/2 stitch, 1 strand. But yeah, it's going to be done and I'm going to be really happy with it. And then the chart will be in my giveaway in November. So that's all I stitched on. Let me drink some Coke, how to make Coke glass. So that was a stash sampler starts from last year, number 6, started on the 3rd of September. So I'll get it finished in October and I'll be very happy. I don't know what else I'll pick up this week. Oh yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a busy-ish week, but probably not too busy, hopefully. We'll see. Because I'm going to be in the office most of the week, I don't get as much stitching done. So I did recently have a few things on order. I told you ages ago that I had asked for a couple of Scarlet Letter charts. They're older ones, but I just had been through their catalogue and I wanted them. And they finally came in, so they arrived. But also Karen at Art and Frame had said they were getting some books in. And I felt sorry for myself that week, so I asked her to order them for me. So I'll show you the charts first, then I'll show you the books, and they arrived. So I was being very naughty spending money, but anyway, they make me happy. I needed something. So the 2 charts that I got it, you might have heard of a peacock, a unicorn and a badger, peacock, unicorn and a badger. Similar style, although this was actually charted 1/1 on 35 count. I will not be stitching at 1/1 on 35 count. Is a parrot, a leopard and a lion, and I loved this, so I asked her to get those one for me. So yeah, the original was, or the model or what have you is 1/1 and 35 count. And it uses cross stitch, tent stitch and back stitch, so we shall see, but I really love it. So I'm more likely to stitch it 1 strand over 2 on 40 count. It's beautiful, and also it's an older chart. It's from 2007 and it's a black and white chart. I hate coloured charts. And the peacock, a unicorn, a badger is a coloured chart. Anyway, I want to stitch that one as well, but I just love this. It's so much fun. Like, yeah, very, very cool. And I'm looking forward to one day starting that. And the other one is I needed a Scottish band sampler, and I went through, they've got quite a few charts. This one is a really old chart, 1992. So, but it's based on a Scottish band sampler of the mid-18th century. So that's even older. It has cross stitch, double running stitch, eyelet stitch, and bloody Hungarian flame stitch. I loved it so much. So it is the Scottish band sampler of circa 1760, and I really like it. Terrible picture, slightly blurry photo, but I think that's lovely. When am I going to stitch it? Who knows? Do we love those letters? Yes, we do. It's a lot like the sort of traditional green and red of a Scottish sampler with lovely filigree letters. Very excited about it. So yeah, those are a bit of a luxury purchase. And the other things that I got, so Karen from Art and Frame in Christchurch had posted a little while ago saying that they were getting these in before Christmas. And I went, screw it, happy Christmas to me. So this is my Christmas present to myself. And they are the hand-picked collection from Inspirations. So they are the Inspirations is, I think, an Australian magazine, Stitchy magazine. I don't know if it's Australian or not. Does it say? I think it's Australian. Or as they say, Australian. La 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 la. It would be great if I could find publishing information. Yeah, South Australia. I was correct. And so they have a magazine. So these are, I guess, a collation of some of their favourite, look at that, designs. So of course, it's not just cross stitch, it's all sorts of needlework. Full instructions, pamphlet-y things. At the very least, these are going to be on my bookshelf, and I'm going to look at them and like I'm a dragon and enjoy the eye candy. So knotted tassels, like I'm probably never going to make those, but they are absolutely fun. Using onion and Turk's head knots. They're grape tassels, and they have all the instructions. Like, so that one has like 8 pages, 9 pages, 10 pages, 11, 12. It's about 12 pages to get through that one. Some beautiful modern stump work, just really pretty. I should look at the index. I mean, I love this so much that I might even one day decide to do it. Gold work and silk embroidery with this Tudor rose and pomegranate. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it's worth learning how to do that. And like anything, nothing's that hard once you just focus and get the right stuff. But so it uses brick stitch, chipping, couching, fly stitch, satin stitch, split stitch, stem stitch, straight stitch, and trellis couching. And step-by-step instructions. Oh, there it is close up. Look at that. Oh my God, that pomegranate. The pomegranate's amazing. So, I don't know, I'm not going to show you every sort of thing. So I got book 1, some beautiful, beautiful designs in here. I don't know if there's one page that shows you everything in here. I'll show you the and just showing you like beautiful illustrations of techniques and things. So this 4 corners is a beautiful piece of crewel work. Isn't that beautiful? So I don't know, I can't even. So I got book 1, Ta-da! There's that crewel work in the window. And I got book 2, which I haven't even looked at this because they only arrived and I have been busy. This one has a beautiful, it's called Elizabeth in Repose. It says turning the traditional band sampler layout 90 degrees. So this is kind of something a little bit more along the old cross-stitchy line, but with black work and cross-stitch and stuff. So isn't that absolutely stunning? I love that. So there are certainly just absolutely gorgeous books. Vivace. So that's book 2 and there's book 3. So what are some highlights in this one? I've done a bit of hardanger. I mean, I'm kind of doing some of the techniques in that sampler now. Hardanger. Every page is so luscious. Wonder what this is. I don't even know what this is. Oh, lace making, lace techniques, needle lace techniques. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that. I do not have the patience for that, but it's beautiful. The needle lace is in the centers of the leaves and centers of the petals, and that's satin stitch in there. So what else is in here? I don't know. I'm just showing you. So you might want to buy them. This one's got a little bit. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, let me show you. Stunning. Elizabethan techniques, Elizabethan stitchery, which is where you have, I think it's a combination of stump work and embroidery techniques. How do they describe it? Holy crap. This one uses 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 soie d'Alger, very soie d'Alger, and gold rayon Madeira, and something else, little, I'm going to call them sequins. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's a mirror. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. That's a labour of love, that one. And I'll show you one more because this is beautiful. This is an artichoke and persimmons cushion, and it is crewel work as well. Look at that. So it's just, I don't know, beautiful. They're beautiful books. I enjoy having lovely things to look at, even if I am not going to stitch them. So I think that's book 3. Those are the designs on the back. Just gonna scroll up for you. So that's book 3. I didn't even see that. What is it? A little needle roll, I think, down here. Book 2 is here. And these are $50 in New Zealand through Art and Frame. And this is book 1. I showed you half of those, but so just lovely, and there'll be some lovely things to flick through, and who knows, one day I might do one or other of the designs, but they're certainly beautifully presented, and I feel very happy that I purchased those. So yeah, they are just sheer luxury, a luxury purchase to appease my stress and anxiety. That's all I've got for you today. There's quite a lot of stitching in that little sampler, given that I'm stitching half of it mostly this week. But yeah, I want to get finished and then pick up something else that I can finish. Quite keen on getting, I think I've said before, at least another 4 finishes this year. So October, November, December, yeah. And one of them will be that one. And one of the, I know I can get at least one sampler finished, another sampler finished, and I want to get my Nora Corbett I started a few weeks ago finished as well. I hope everyone's doing well, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I look forward to having at least a finish for you next week. I promise I'll have more than one object, 2 objects hopefully, at least to show you. Now I'm just rambling. I'm going to go. Take care. If I enjoyed your stitching, and as always, don't let your needles rust. Ciao.